So recently I reviewed two really interesting and quite exciting belay jackets from some of our biggest brands. Got the mountain equipment Oreus and the Rab Cirrus Ultra. One question keeps coming up, what's the difference? So can you do a little video comparing them? So I thought I'd just run through some examples. I'm not going to go through all the features and everything like that because I've already done feature-length videos on both of these, so check them out on the YouTube channel. But like I say, direct comparisons, quite interesting. So they're both synthetic line jackets. So UK, synthetic is great for getting a bit damp, it'll keep you warm. So what is the main differences? What I think is quite obvious between the two is the fact that the Oreus has gone for the most efficient warmth to weight ratio they can find. Everything about it is stripping it down, keeping it really warm, really packable and as light as possible. Whereas the Cirrus Ultra is quite a lot more featured, and so it's quite a lot heavier, but it also is a lot more featured and it sort of feels more reassuring when it's on. So like I say, weight is probably the main difference. At 390 grams for the Oreus, which is an incredibly light belay jacket, and I think it's about 550 or maybe a bit more, a bit less around there for the Cirrus Ultra. But it sort of feels like that when you put it on. I don't mean warmth-wise, just, you know, when you sit around a campfire or something, you want nearly a bit of weight on you to keep you cozy and warm. That's where I think the Cirrus Ultra feels amazing. Like we've mentioned before, both of them have the really clever metallic lining in them. The Cirrus Ultra has the tilt lining, so it's more like a lining all the way throughout, whereas the Oreus has actually knitted it, so it's sort of the Primaloft, or the synthetic fibres I should say, are knitted with that metallic lining to give you that loft and warmth and reflection. So both got really clever technologies going on, but performing in different ways. So I think this all in all feels like a proper climber's jacket. I know other people will use it, but they've thought mainly about climbers, whereas this is a bit more of an all-rounder. The other main feature to think about here is there's stitch through construction going on here, which means there's holes, means wind can get in, hot air can get out, but that does make it pack really well. Whereas this is like a strip fibre, so the whole way down there's no gap. So if you're in a Scottish belay and you've got that on, there's no wind getting through. So that's where I think comparisons come again. Also, like I say, 4 pockets on this, just the one here and 2 hand pockets. 20 denier face fabric on the Cirrus Ultra, 10 denier on here. So again, lighter, more packable, a bit burlier and a bit more robust while still being light. So all of this is reflected as well in its pack size. Once again, the Oreus will obviously go smaller and get in a little crevice somewhere, whereas even though it's impressively packable, the Cirrus Ultra takes up a bit more room. I suppose people will want to know, which one do I prefer? I've used this loads because it's actually mine. I tested one of these, so I've been really happy with how this works. It always comes with me now because it's so small and light. However, I bet sat round a campfire or, you know, in your tent in cold conditions, you'd probably really feel like the bulk and loft that this one gives you will benefit. So have a look at both the videos and see which is right for you.